hosts, Robbie the Wagner, and back by popular demand, Charles William Carpenter the Third.
All three of the votes that brought me back. Like, how could I say no? So here it is. I've been adjusting. I've been going through some changes. But we can talk about that later. Nothing too obvious right now.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like the high pitched voice makes you sound more country. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wonder if when I hear myself in that voice, if it gives me a little more twang.
yeah, I don't
Hard
know.
to say.
Oh,
Thanks for begging me back. I know you've had to tolerate Adam for a little while now, and I'm sorry for that, but here it is. It only makes you appreciate me more.
yeah, yeah. Adam is, I don't know, doing a bunch of conferences, so
Yeah,
you'll see him again at some point.
busy fellow. I forget a little about the format, but I think we start with booze.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Sometimes the same, sometimes different. Same, but
Yeah.
different.
Your
Today we're
camera, I
having
think,
the.
is focused on your mic, which mine likes to do a lot too. But
Well, that's weird because it was like. Oh yeah.
now it's maybe not. It maybe is going back and forth. I don't know.
Mm.
Eh,
I'm using. Yeah, maybe when I go like this, something happens.
I don't know.
Or,
It's fine.
yeah,
It's not a big deal.
roll with it.
But yes, we have Jack Daniels, possibly the same thing, but different.
Single barrel rye. Mine is 45% or 45%, 90 proof though, and yours would be the barrel proof.
Yes, mine is 65% or 130 proof.
Yeah,
So
you can be drunk real fast.
Spicy.
I know it's a 70% rye heavy mash bill, but I couldn't find any details beyond that. Given I purchased this in the country of Italia, I am doubtful that it is the same single barrel, but the same idea, right?
Yeah.
Same mash bill and all of that. All right. Actually, haven't had decent whiskey in a little while, I think. Gin cocktails and wine, of course, and amados. So let's see if the palate's still there.
Yeah. Didn't write a toast. Forgot
Did
that we do
not.
that now.
Yeah. Oh, you do that? You do.
We've been doing it
poem
pretty
toast?
regularly. Yeah.
I've listened to a couple. I'm very busy.
Yeah.
Many leather-bound books. They have shelves that smell of rich formica. Has a
Man,
brown.
it's so woody.
Yeah, woody. I was gonna say this kind of has a little brown sugar to it for me.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm smelling the slightest amount of blueberries.
Because it burned your nostrils. Mine doesn't
Yes.
have quite that though. Yeah, I get like kind of a brown butter.
Yummy.
Smooth. Bananas. Little bananas in mine. Little, like brown sugar bananas. Creme brulee.
Definitely got a little bit of your typical rye spice, a little bit of licorice. I don't know, let's try again.
Yeah. One wonders if we have the same. Yeah, mine has some like rye, just peppery rye on the finish, but definitely sweet in the start.
Yeah, mine is almost like savory, like a French onion soup.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it does seem somewhat different. But yeah, so mine for a rye leans towards the sweeter.
Yeah. It isn't as spicy as a rye could be, but
Yeah.
I have enough info to rate this, I think. Do you remember our scale?
I believe it is 2 to 3 elephants or something.
That's correct.
Yes.
They're African elephants, though, not Asian elephants.
Right. Which are bigger?
Is that a question or a statement?
Which are bigger? Oh, I see. No, which of those two are the larger?
Question mark.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I know African elephants' ears are much bigger. So I'm
Mm,
guessing African elephants are bigger.
okay. I don't know. I didn't know the answer to that. Okay, folks. So it is 0 to 8 tentacles, so 9 potential options you could choose here. 0 being spit it out, dump it down, not worth cleaning your toilets with. 8 being it's amazing, clear the shelves. 4, middle of the road, not so bad, not so great. Take it away, Robert.
All right. Yeah, it is not great for a rye because I typically like a rye. It's not bad, but it's I think I could be getting a bad opinion because it's just so hot. Like I
Yeah.
can't really taste the flavors at all. But I'm gonna say 4. Just right
Mm,
middle of the road.
right middle of the road. Have you considered adding an ice cube? Possibly water it down. Maybe it'll get it
I
in your
could,
palate.
but then I would have to go to another room and
You're not
yeah.
prepared for this sort of. Yeah, it's not a stringent process per se. I'm giving it another swing. Yeah, it's very mild, pretty mellow for me. At 90 proof, and not having had a lot of whiskey in a while, I am gonna say I'm a little underwhelmed of its ryeness. It's a little too smooth. Has some interesting flavors though. It's in terms of rise. I don't remember how much it was. I do like to take price into consideration. I feel like not too crazy. Let's say 40 euros, give or take, probably like in the $50 to $60 range. Has a nice looking bottle. I think if I was to pay 50 or $60 for this, I'd feel like I could do better in that price point and get a richer flavor profile. So I'm kind of with you. Like it's not bad and it's not great, but like it's easy and doesn't have bad flavor. So it is sippable. So yeah, I feel like I'm about at a 4 with it.
Yeah. I feel
Worth
like we're gonna
trying.
have to start taking into account like just availability. Like,
Yeah.
can you get it? That makes it rated higher.
Yeah, seriously. I can get some things shipped with notice, I guess. Like, but yeah, I'm
Right.
definitely the challenge of like, what can you get in a Virginia ABC store that also happens to ship? I haven't really ventured out of town to look for whiskey too much either. So like, there are a couple of interesting shops that I still want to check here, and Milan has, it's big city. It has a lot more stuff.
It has
Unless
the
we
Winter
just,
Olympics.
yeah, yes. I only learned that like 2 weeks ago, which is hilarious. I'm just not dialed into the Olympic. Yeah, I have never been to an Olympics. Never tried
Are
to
you gonna
go.
go to this one since it's close?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not saying no. I'll probably have to look into it a little bit more, but it would be kind of cool. I'm more likely to go to this Olympics than I am. Now, this would be interesting to the World Cup next year, which is in
Mm.
the United States. Because I started
Oh, I
looking at
didn't.
tickets and it is insane. So I'm like, I don't know, like,
I'm surprised I would even do it in the U.S. I feel like that would be just more expensive for everyone for like no benefit.
right.
Um,
Well, yeah, I don't know the reasons why, but I mean, it was in Qatar, the last one, Russia before that, and then before that was Brazil. So I don't know, bringing it back
yeah,
to, yeah, uh,
I assume
it,
it's like the Olympics where you have to like plan it decades ahead of time to
oh
like
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
they award well in advance, so that's definitely part of it. And like some places, like their 2034 is Saudi Arabia, I want to say,
Mm.
and like so they are building, and they've done this in many places. Brazil like built a bunch of new stadiums. Qatar had to like create new cities, like whole new cities, because they didn't. Most of it was undeveloped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So I don't know. We will see. But Olympics, yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, if we didn't have tiny babies, I would consider coming over and checking it out. But yeah, not going to be for me this time.
Not this time. 2030.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going to be, but not here.
Who knows?
We
Yeah.
could try it out. I mean, they probably know. We just don't know
Yeah,
because we don't
that's
look
true.
into those kinds of things.
Something
Ooh.
you do look into, though,
Mm,
SOC 2 compliance.
yeah. I wish there was only one sock, but there's two of them. And there are so many little things. Here's
Yeah.
the interesting thing about it is that it's basically a statement of like company maturity, because when you start something, you just want it to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you do a lot of things and probably skip a lot of steps because it's important to make it work. And then when you want someone outside of that system to be like, no, 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 you follow all of these compliance checks and you do things the right way and you have a plan for every little possible disaster. I do not have a plan for every possible little disaster, it turns out. And I also do not have things like, S3 buckets not publicly accessible and only accessible through things that have the correct permissions set up for them. Either your website in the background API does the signing, grabbing of the asset, and then streaming it, or you use smart things like CDNs and, not the short and fast way. So I've been
Yeah.
going through a lot of that lately. Or,
Yeah.
you need to set up something. You have direct access to Vercel without two-factor or 2FA or MFA. You go sign directly into the AWS console to spin something up. All bad things. These are all bad things. And then having to
Yeah.
fix them is all very annoying. And that has been a lot of what I've been doing lately.
Yeah, I haven't done a ton with them. I know that we've done it at a few companies I've been at, but security in general and like permissions is a big problem everywhere because like I just did a bunch of courses at IBM because everybody makes you do them that like, hey, what is the right way to do this? Should you give everyone like pseudo permissions to everything, or should you just give them the amount of permissions they need to do their job at the time and like hopefully they revoke themselves like when they don't need them or whatever? And I'm like, I know the right answer here, but like the
Yeah.
easy one is that like, because then everybody's asking you all the time for like all these little things. So then you need like another product that manages the permissions or whatever, and like,
Yeah.
it's a mess.
No, you just need Claude Code and just log into your administrator account and let it do what it needs to do. Pretty simple as that. Just, hey, I need this
Yeah, it
permission.
doesn't make mistakes.
No, it's been totally fine. I have found a couple of sessions lately when I got into a good groove, and I literally was like, would paste a new line of instruction, and it would go and like add a permission, deploy a thing, check, do my commit message with my Gitmoji style, and push that. Like I
That's a
had
little heavy-handed.
I had a good flow the other day where I had been working for a while and it was like plan, adjust, plan, adjust, plan, adjust. Okay, now we're going to go into build, do just this scope of thing. And then like things started working. And then basically like the last couple hours of my day, it was just like, oh yeah, okay, well, I need this also. Cool. And
Yeah,
it was amazing. Took a
nice.
while to get there. And obviously it doesn't mean the next time I pick up the tool, I get the same. But I did hit one of those points where I was like, oh, we're jamming. Okay. And we're not hitting any limits. And I'm not having you fix the same thing 16 times. And then, now the context is too long. And, all those
Yeah,
things. Nothing happened. And it actually worked. And I just
nice.
trusted it. It was great.
Yeah, I've been using open code a good bit, and like it works pretty well with Claude, but like every so often, because I have the like unlimited token or whatever, it
Yeah.
just stops working because I think it's pausing you just like it would do in chat if you're chatting too much.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about it being paused. It's just like working, 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 and I'm like, you're not working. I know you're not. So
It's been 8 minutes.
I switched to Grok for like a minute to
Yeah.
like try. Like I was like, I'm gonna use this until like I can use
Sure.
the other one again. And the first couple things that I did with it, it was very similar. It was like, here's 80,000 paragraphs about what I'm doing, and like this is why it's good, and like just kind of writing some code, not committing stuff, just being like, here's a few changes and like whatever. And then I think it got like mad at me because it was like it was doing a bunch of YAML and getting it wrong because like the indentation is hard, I guess.
Yeah.
And it would do like 7 indentations, which I think is never valid. Doesn't it always have to be increments of 2, or do they just all have to be the same? I don't know.
I mean, it depends, right? When you're changing context, but I think it is increments of 2 because I
That's
really
what I
couldn't.
thought. So I'm like, why do you keep making it like 1 less than where all the other ones are? It's like, so I basically told it like, fuck you, bro, stop doing that. And then it started being short with me and like, like
Yeah.
not, and then it just auto started committing everything. It was like not
Oh,
going to talk to me, and it was just like, I committed this, I pushed it up, I pushed a tag so it'll build for you, and I was like, no, bro, fuck you, don't do that. Like,
oh, wow. See, you got to get out of that build agent. I keep it in
yeah,
plan agent a lot where it has to ask permissions for everything.
yes,
And I want
yes,
very explicit, like, this is what's going to happen. And also, I've kind of defaulted to the GitHub GUI now because it's very easy for me to review change sets. So it's
mm-hmm,
just like, oh, yeah, I know I was super cool and only in the terminal and I know the commands, blah, 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 but I moved to the GUI just so I could see everything in that nice format before I push up and,
mm-hmm.
or say things are okay. So, I wanted to give that to you because I think I've given you shit for at least a couple of years. Then now I found
Yeah,
a great use case. So you haven't tried Big Pickle?
no, so I spent like a couple minutes because I was like, you know what? I've been hitting these limits with Claude just with my like whatever that is, the normal subscription. So I thought like, how do I sign up for like the open code Zen thing where it like
Yeah.
switches for you and like gives you recommended ones or whatever. And so I did that and I like put $20 in and can't figure out how to like tell it to run with whatever models it wants based on its recommendations.
Yeah.
Um, I can
I,
switch manually. I can do like slash models and like pick one, but I thought it would pick for you. Like, am I
I
wrong
don't
about that?
know. I don't think it does. That would be pretty cool. I don't recall reading anything about that. But for me, yeah, it's OpenCode Zen is basically like Open Router, which I don't know if you've used Open Router. Open Router allows you to like have one API endpoint and swap models, and OpenCode Zen is the way that you can do that without having to bring your own key across all these other models. So you have like your
Oh,
Claude
okay.
code, you bring
So
your
it's
own
not
key.
automatic though.
It's not automatic. No, I think you
Gotcha.
have to swap the models and then it'll just. That's why the latest version of OpenCode, I don't know if you upgraded to version 1 plus, but it has like a total cost thing in there that's like a running
Mm.
tally now.
I don't think I've upgraded it ever. Does it not
Okay.
tell me when it has a
No, it
cool.
doesn't.
Then
It's
yeah, I've
not
never
automatic.
upgraded it.
Did you brew install?
I don't know. I did whatever the docs told me to do.
You have like 3
It was
options to
probably
run this.
brew. If that was
Probably
a
brew.
prominently displayed thing, that's what I always pick is brew.
Yeah,
So
same. So, yeah, if you brew upgrade it, then and they do releases pretty frequently. So I'd be curious where you're at. Might be some better options.
yeah. Yeah, I only tried Grok because it had that little message that's like Grok is free for a limited time or whatever. So I was like,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I think Elon's
And
doing that a bunch. Crack is just free. Just use it. Give us more data. Duh.
yeah.
Hey, if you're not paying for a product, you're the product.
Yep.
So um, it's funny actually. I've used. I mean, I've used a ton of different things. I was in New York a few weeks ago for a work offsite, and we had one day where like everybody came up with like marketing ideas and tried to like flesh out a little bit of I don't know, not like a product, but like flesh out the idea. So I was using a lot of V0 to create a site and
Mm-hmm.
Gemini to create some images and all this kind of stuff, jumping around to a bunch of those tools too, trying to like flex the other muscles because I don't do a lot of UI lately. So I don't really need an output of V0, but V0 can do some pretty cool stuff fast. Like I guess it's not a full-fledged app in the realm of like the lovables or the replets, but still kind of worked pretty quickly and decent, and uses ShadCN and stuff. The only problem is it uses your favorite um view library.
React.
Yes,
Yeah, I
React.
see that you said library and not framework.
Exactly, because it's not a framework. It's not a fucking framework. I mean, it has to like kind of do more than one thing to be more of a framework. But, I
Yeah.
have issues to a degree with all of these JavaScript pseudo frameworks, but they're
Well,
moving along.
I have I don't know, not necessarily a hot take, but like a question. I don't know if I've asked this with you on the show or who I asked this to. So if I've already covered this with you, let me know. But like, do you think um frameworks even need to still be developed, or are we at the point where you just need little libraries that do one thing well, and then like AI can just like make you your bespoke whatever framework? Like, I don't need Next.js. I want it to do all these things. I want you to build it all. And like, will that win out eventually? Or
Well,
or actually is it better to have all those guardrails so that then like a really opinionated framework like Rails or something that like AI can just go, oh, there's only one way to do this, so like I'll do it that way.
I mean, I think right now the latter is probably a better path. But like, here's the interesting question, because like, oh, progress is made with AI in consuming code to create something, right? I think there's like this interesting thing that is being missed here, which is like the craft of development still kind of needs to exist to provide the building blocks that AI is using to make these things. Like, AI
Yeah.
never starts with vanilla JavaScript and then like create you a whole thing. It's learned enough about the packages and the cheat codes that it can be efficient with them and make you something. So it's not really that it's like at this point replacing development. What it is just speeding up the gluing together of things with documentation and rules and all these things. So it's like, if development went away, who makes the pieces? Who writes
Yeah.
the docs? Who confirms that the
Well, nothing
output
ever
is?
improves. You're just spitting out the same
Yeah.
thing over and over.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
I guess, how React wins, because like no one ever makes anything else that catches on enough, and AI writes enough React code that you basically wipe out everything else. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of React fatigue in general because like, even the people that really loved React and have been using it forever are a little bit burned by the whole like complete paradigm shift to hooks, which some people do love, and then like the complete takeover of React by Vercel. That's like,
Right.
oh yeah, we don't know what's going on anymore. Like we basically have complete control of the core team, and we're going to ship like Canary, whatever, like super unproven versions to like make Next.js work. Um, so I think a lot of people are like, you know, obviously we need to have jobs. So that's most important. If everyone that's paying is doing React, then so be it. But like anyone that has the choice, I think at least over half of the people would prefer to try out a different framework, do something else. Like the people are tired of it and it's like too pervasive across the industry.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's like, to some degrees, it's solving a problem that doesn't really exist anymore. Like, there's some things that are happening, these continued forced evolutions that, like, I don't know if they're better. I think the only thing I can kind of say that I think has gotten better in React and like Next and stuff is, I hate the directives, the whole like use server, use client, use my butthole, like whatever. This all fucking sucks. Um, but I do like that, like like making a form has simplified with like server actions, which is actually closer to the ideology of hypermedia and what HTMX is doing with like other things, but saying like a form element is HTML hypermedia, and a form works the way it's supposed to work. And then they came up with like a clever um, server actions thing to sort of account for that. And you can use just a normal form element. Like I'm tired of custom JSX. I just want to use HTML. Like there's a lot of HTML, and it just makes sense.
So
And
it
why
like
can't it just
actually
work?
posts the form then, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. And then it can do it in this way, like it's closer to that. It basically is that native. And I think there's like a little, bit of sugar there that makes it do more things as you need. But you can just
Mm.
use a normal form HTML, not all this like,
Can
format.
you give it a class?
No, it's always a class name. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't use the normal attributes in
Yeah.
JSX. So of course, like
Yeah,
that
no, I was
isn't
just being you can, just not in React's JSX.
right. Exactly. JSX is
Yeah.
and I think that's interesting. And there, have been and there continue to be like new frameworks and stuff that come out. And I mostly don't understand why. Like I'd almost rather like revisit the iterations of what we know versus like somebody's new little nuanced idea on something. Like I'm also fatigued with that, but
Mhm.
I am
Well, that's
faced
always
with
been a problem.
yeah, I am faced with like looking at like a new service and a new app and some things to explore in some R&D, and I'm like, Tanstack kind of feels very interesting and like it has real legs.
It's
Um,
got momentum right now
it's
for
got
sure.
some momentum, so I find that very interesting. Um, or you could just, go another direction. Maybe it's a solid start time, who knows? But Tanstack start can use solid also, which is kind of interesting.
Mm.
Um, and then like I've used a few different API frameworks, like, of course there's like Express and Koa, and then Hono is supposed to be a little more all like inclusive web framework that starts from the API up. And I don't know a ton about it, but like the ideologies sound appealing to me. And like maybe starting on that side rather than like I'm going I'm going front end framework first. Like I think I have fatigue
Mm.
about that too.
Yeah,
I
build
want,
the actual like functionality and then
yeah,
worry
and
about how it
logic.
looks later.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you literally from any of these can just serve HTML because that just works. That's
Mhm.
how browsers work. If you respond in not JSON, guess what? That's not a fucking problem. Like your browser knows how to read that document.
Yeah.
So there's always that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm never going to have the time to want to learn a framework. Like I would do it for work, which I guess, doing a proof of
For
concept
money.
sort of
Yeah.
thing
You're a whore.
for work would be like fine. But yeah, like I find it hard to find the motivation to be like, you know what? I would like to learn Rails. Like, let me build an app in it. Like, okay, with my 1 hour of free time, I
Yeah.
don't really want to do that.
10
Um,
years ago is
yeah,
not the same as now when you get older and you have more job responsibilities and family responsibilities. Exactly. Like you do have to be a lot more like I don't know, just picky about how you spend your time. So yeah, I
yeah.
know. I know I have a framework laptop. I did put a Marchi on it and I do keep
Oh, you got to
meaning.
install Swatch. Tell me if it works.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Um, I have a Windows machine too, so if I need to try that again, but it's been a while since I've tried.
Well, yeah, I don't have. Well, we can talk about this in a second. You can
Okay,
finish your thought.
my thought. What was my thought? Oh yeah, like we just have to be mindful of our time and whatever else. But if work allows you to have some R&D time and then you can just try and pick something up, that's always the best bet. Yeah, because we are intending to also land at a desktop app. We're starting with a Chrome extension. Developing Chrome extensions also interesting. Um,
Completely different paradigm than anything I've ever seen. Yes,
yeah, but you can write it in all JavaScript and then
you
like because
can.
that can get read. So if you write it in TypeScript, you have to transpile, or you can just write it in JavaScript. And guess what? The browser reads it. So there is some like
Yeah.
nice like simplicity to it too.
And there's a I'm gonna have to look into this soon for Ember Inspector
Mm.
because we're trying to get it published for Safari again. Like it was
Oh,
published for a minute, and
yeah.
it's I don't know, something about the certificate like lapsed or whatever, and like
Mm.
if it lapses, like they just pull all your stuff from the App Store.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
yeah, so there's some kind of command you run that's like Chrome extension output. Like when you build your Chrome extension, I think it just becomes a zip file at the end.
Yeah.
And you like give it the path to that zip and you say like make for Safari, please. And it just does.
Okay.
So I think because like Safari and Apple like got super upset that no one was building any Safari extensions because they all had to be like Mac apps, and people were like, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah.
So they made a quick little thing where you just convert, like it wraps it. It's almost like Electron, but for like extensions, and it just like wraps it for Safari in a little Mac app that does nothing basically.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool and a good way to do it. So yeah, you should look into that when you're shipping. But
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, just shipping to an internal alpha. But if it's that easy to sort of add that, geez, that'd be nice.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Firefox basically uses the same thing Chrome does. Like you don't have to do any. There's like
yeah.
maybe one or two little lines of config or something that are different, but
Yeah. Firefox is dead though, right?
I don't know. I really
I
liked Firefox for a long time, so I hate to admit that it's like kind of dead now, but
Yeah.
I don't
But
I don't see how they're going to get funding to stay alive. So
yeah, I haven't fired it up in a long time, to be honest. It's
yeah,
like,
you know what I'm never firing up though? Dia or what is it,
mm,
Atlas, or I don't know, all these AI
yeah,
ones. Like
yeah, yeah.
I don't need that.
No, right. Like that's for, I don't know, hate to say it, like the lo-fi user who wants quick access, and they basically want to replace search with AI chat, like full
Hmm.
time in their browser. So yeah, like Cursor has one, and I don't know.
Everybody has one. There's like 10
Ever.
plus of
Yeah,
them now.
yeah, they came quick.
Yeah.
So it's funny because as much as like we've seen not all, but like a lot of developers start to skew towards working more out of the terminal rather than an IDE or whatever, just text editor. Um, the normie has skewed to just as direct integration. I kind of feel like that's what it is. Is like, sure, capturing the developer community is uh, one area, and then other people, they don't want to go to a separate app. They don't want to go to a separate tab. They want to use it as easily as they use Google, and they've probably in many ways stepped that way. So this is just like that last thing is like, you're lazy, you're on TikTok all day anyway. Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'll be successful because like there's a lot of people that really don't care. They're not
Yeah.
technically inclined. They like, you know, will use whatever gets the job done the fastest. And if they don't have a lot of technical experience or experience with AI, it just seems like, oh, this thing's magic. It knows everything. Like it's totally a sentient thing. I'll just use this. It'll tell me all the right answers all the time.
Hmm.
You know, everyone else realizes that's not the case, but like, um, yeah, I think they will capture a large portion of people. Like the people that are not skeptics will just blindly use it
Oh
and they're
yeah.
good to go.
It's kind of like the people that blindly use Lovable or Replit early days, and they were just like, I got it. It's amazing. I've got this budgeting app. Or this thing tells me how to invest my stocks. It's fine. It's totally right. I asked
Bankrupt.
AI to do it. I'm gonna be rich now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So um I forget what we were saying a minute ago, but back to my thought that I was gonna say something about. Really smooth segue here.
Yeah.
Windows stuff is some bullshit. It is I don't understand why it is way harder to release anything for Windows than it is for Mac or Linux. Like
Mm.
That should not be the case. I feel like has not been the case until now. Like, Windows had an abundance of software. You just kind of like paid some certificate authority for a certificate, and you were like, cool, I've paid you for the certificate. You've like verified it's me somehow. And now I can say, this is my app. It's safe. Now they're like, you know what? That's too easy. You could just take that certificate and put that file like on GitHub Actions and publish it. Like that sounds convenient. We can't have that. What we need instead is we need a physical USB device that someone has to like press when you're trying to code sign something. So like,
Okay.
there's all of these really expensive cloud options now for it, where I don't know how it works, if they have some kind of automation to get around the physical pressing or simulate the physical pressing, or if you're really literally paying for a guy who like sits in there and like plugs a new USB in and presses it. Which if that's what they're doing, that is hilarious. But like,
I mean, probably. I mean,
yeah,
I'm
it
sure
could
there's
be.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a business model for that. You can offshore that. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But wait, what happened to just creating an exe and then you
So
download that?
you can still do that, but then it's like, this is an unidentified developer and a malicious thing, and never open this. You're dumb if you run this. Don't ever run it. Delete it right now. And you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't run it then. That seems dangerous.
Right. I see.
So,
So
yeah.
they don't believe in the old ways. I was like, I feel like couldn't you just download the
You could.
thing?
You could. And I think
So
there was some kind of info on who published it. I don't know if it was enforced in any way, but you like if you looked at the info, it would say like who the developer was and stuff.
right, yeah. But
Um,
like I mean the only things I would ever download on a Windows machine in any recent memory would just be gaming related stuff. So
yeah.
be like, get
Yeah.
the NVIDIA driver, get the, that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Like they have less intense certifications. Like you can still get the kind of classic certificate that's like does the same sort of thing that like we used to use it for, but you're like less trusted. It's like it just puts up a tiny message, I think, that's like, hey, this is not like 100% Windows certified, but it's like we do kind of know who this is. Might be okay. So like if
We
you want the one that's like we're for sure like you can like if you're a any kind of big company that's has an app that you need to be no one would ever question it, you've got to get the like really fancy one. But yeah, so there's all these hoops for like I just want to ship an app.
You just
And
want to
like
publish a free open
yeah,
source app, by the way.
yeah,
Free open
yeah.
source.
And so the Mac one, which I would think would be harder because everyone talks shit about the App Store
Mhm.
and like all of Apple's requirements and like whatever, you just pay $99 a year flat fee, get a developer account. You can go in and make as many certificates as you want. You can say like, if you want to, it might actually be harder if you're doing to the App Store. Because I'm just doing like it's signed, but it's not going to the App Store. So it's
Yeah.
maybe a little different.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like download a couple certificates, put them in, boom, works. Like
Yeah.
so easy. And I can't imagine like doing all the hoops that Windows has you do.
I don't know why Windows is dying. It's weird.
Yeah, and they're like that Windows 11 is not supported in Boot Camp or on any Mac. So like now I'm kind of I'm thinking about a framework desktop just for funsies.
Yep.
But like I don't know. Because I don't really use my Mac Pro desktop that much. And it's like currently hosed because I was like doing an update and my screen was off for like hours.
Ooh.
And so I was like pressing buttons and stuff and nothing would ever come on. So I did like eventually press the power button and I think I did it like mid update and it's like you can't boot it anymore. So ironically, I can still boot to the Windows partition. So I just do that and play games and
Which is ironically also funny because that's why you bought it to begin with.
yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's annoying because I don't want to have like a million different computers. So I'm kind of leaning towards if I'm going to have a desktop at all, it's going to be the main OS will be some sort of Linux and
Okay.
then I'll boot over into Windows for gaming because like I'm just tired of it. Like I want to be able to play with different stuff and have it work. So
Oh, that's you ask so much of your money. You
I
want
know.
it just to solve your problems, and it seems as if it can't. I mean, I have less computers than I had, but I still have a few, which is kind of funny when I kind of think about
Yeah.
it. I'm still on my M1 Mini right now. That's kind of my like main personal machine, so I like that. Work computer is a MacBook Pro M4 Max, so it does all the things, but it's a work
That's the latest one,
computer.
right? Or are they the M5 now?
Um, no, it's the latest. Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
I
of like
thought so.
basically right when they came out. So, like, oh, okay. Um, a couple of Linux boxes. One I run this thing called Recall Box on for like retro gaming. One was just play around Ubuntu server stuff that I haven't done anything significant with. And then I just inherited a Windows laptop. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of at the point where I can't ever imagine myself paying like $3,000 to $5,000 for a MacBook Pro or Mac Pro or whatever, like a nice
yeah,
shiny piece of aluminum that is like fine. Like
yeah,
if you can get something that performs, probably way better for gaming, if gaming is the main focus for like half the price, why would you not? Like,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I felt that very much about like the Apple XDR monitor. This is a good thing, similar thing. Amazing monitor, great, right? We had it for years, and I had to think about like, am I going to ship this overseas? And if it breaks, it's gonna like be crazy, And then of course you got to go through insurance to like replace it and everything else. And it's great, but is it necessary for me? Is it really necessary?
It's
Y-
not, it's like what, 5 or 6 times the cost of like the LG Optifine 5K or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And it is not 5 or 6 times the picture quality. It is like a little better. Like
yeah.
if you put them side by side, you could see a difference. But if you were like just using one or the other, you'd be very happy with either.
Yeah. And I honestly think that I'd probably be happy with a newer Apple Studio monitor as well.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the cost is like $1,500 or so.
And
And
do they have cameras in them? I think they do,
I
right?
think they might have cameras in them. And but like you said, there's the other uh like 5K options or 6K options. And so it's like, yeah, I sold it. So, and then
Yeah.
I figured, oh, I'll just buy another if I want to go down that path. And I have
Yeah.
a 4K LG right now that's kind of like sufficing. So I could see getting a better monitor. But yeah, shipping that was just like, doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, I think a lot of these really expensive hardware options that are just like barely better
Yeah.
exist so that people that are, have a big pile of business money to spend do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's meant to be a consumer option that you like are
Yeah.
supposed to be so wowed by. You're okay with spending $6,000 on a monitor or whatever. It's like, it's, it's for businesses. You're not even supposed to look at it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Move on. Serious
yeah.
businesses. And really, that monitor was released not for developers, right? Like,
Hmm.
it's for people doing like high processing video stuff and graphics work and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw something about like people that had the matte one in like a is really good for like going on set in like a low light environment or a highlight environment or something. It was good for like
Yeah.
you
I
could
think
see it
highlight.
the way it
Yeah.
was meant to be seen, versus like, I don't know, they compared it to some other like actual, made for that studio monitor kind of thing, and they were like those specialized ones I think were actually maybe like 10 grand or whatever, like,
Mm.
like
Oh,
any kind of
gosh.
camera, professional stuff is always really expensive. So I think they were like, this is actually a bargain. Like it's not
Yeah.
made for the rest of you. This is like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
If you're like, this is 3 times more than what I would normally find, then it's probably not for you.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All righty then. Hardware. How do we get into hardware? I don't want to talk
I
about
don't know.
GitHub Actions because I
Yeah.
can
No, I
tell you
do just
that's a
want to
whole
finish
show.
my whole like thread there. So yeah, Swatch, it is now released for Apple, Linux, and then Linux like via Snap. So you can like Snap. I fought with a bunch, because like there's an Electron Maker Snap that you give options and stuff, and it was like never working. Like there's a ton of issues on that and on like Electron Installer Snap, which it wraps, and like it's like it doesn't work, can't do it, permissions don't work. So I'm curious, like I got it released, I haven't run it, I don't know if it works at all.
Okay. Well, I could try that. I am gonna say I thought I saw something where like Ubuntu was gonna stop including Snap in their like by
Well, it's their
default.
thing though.
Exactly. And that like maybe it hasn't worked out. So I wonder if like it's not the default for Linux distros.
I don't know. I saw they have like if you go to where do I find it? Let's see. Swatch Snap. Yeah. So it tells you on the releases page for Swatch like how to install it for all the different Linux distros. And Arch is on there, so it tells you like how to get Snap and like install it and stuff. So I thought they were like trying to be the package thing, like App Store for Linux.
They were. They definitely were, but I feel like recently I saw that versus APT, right? Like I don't know.
Well, APT is like how you
Apt
install packages, but it's like they don't have a GUI. It's like not the same.
No. They don't have a GUI. Does Ubuntu still use Snap? Yeah, I don't know. It still says it's a pre-install. Anyway, well, we're it's
I can't get it to load right now.
Oh my gosh, internet's not working. And I'm trying to stream video. There's so much going on here. I want to. What's a taco latte? I do want to know that.
It's taco latte.
Taco latte, not taco little.
It So yeah, this was because you mentioned Taco Bell right before we started recording. Yes. So there's a the Choco Taco.
Yes.
Yeah. So they made a new one that is much fancier. Okay. They collaborated with Salt and Straw, the ice cream place in Portland and elsewhere. I don't know. I mean, people would go at EmberConf. It was like a big thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So they made it's like ancho chili cinnamon ice cream or something.
Okay.
And then it's like, it's got, I think that the ice cream part is wrapped in chocolate so that it won't make the like waffle part soggy. And then there's like the waffle part on the outside and then more chocolate over it, like some quinoa puffs or something on top.
Oh my God. I don't know.
And it comes with two sauces, like a taco sauce. Like it comes with a wild berry cinnamon or something and a mango jalapeno.
Okay.
So you have to buy a 6-pack of them and get them shipped to your house, unless you're near like a Salt and Straw that has them or whatever. So we got 6 of them sent to our house and we've eaten them all. And they were pretty good. I think much better than a Choco Taco, but I don't think it would like, they're too expensive and too like fancy tasting, I feel like, to like do well at a like get one at Taco Bell.
Yeah. It's definitely like a one-off kind of thing. It's sort of like their Palm Springs resort. It's like, oh, it's kind of kitschy as a one-off thing, but it, doesn't have long-term appeal.
Yeah, they're doing all the brand collabs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm here for it.
Okay. Yeah, you're a fanboy.
I am.
When I was in America for a week, what I had said to you is like I had a Taco Bell cantina near my hotel, and I thought like, oh, maybe I should try that out, but I don't know, didn't make it. Maybe a little disappointed, but it happens. Because any kind of Mexican food is not something I was getting much of.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, they did the Y2K menu like all of October, I think, or
Oh
something like
wow,
that.
wow.
Um, and it was uh I don't know, nothing really stuck out other than the chili cheese burritos because I love the chili cheese burritos.
Cholitos.
Yeah. And oh no, and the caramel apple empanada was back, but it was different. It was not like I remember them being really not good. Like when I used to occasionally get one, and they
Yeah,
were really good this time. So they changed the recipe for sure.
yeah. They dialed it in. That's all. They got you.
Yeah.
They got. Now you're gonna get it the next time. So they're
Well,
like,
they're gone now.
yeah, but I bet they'll do it again. I bet they'll
They
do
will.
it. Yeah.
Every like 5 years, chili cheese burritos come back, and then I go to Taco Bell every day.
Oh my yeah. What it is about your generation that loves a chilito? I never really got it. Never really like
It's
stuck
just
for me.
melty and cheesy. I don't know. It's good.
Yeah, it's melty cheesy with a little like strip of pseudo chili in there, and you're like, yes, I want this.
Well, they also, I think, as part of like the release, I think they made the chili like real chili too. Like it tasted like
Oh,
it had like spices in it, and I was like, this is not what I remember, but
yeah.
it was still good.
I feel like the chili they used to put in there was kind of like the canned hot dog sauce, the
Oh
hot dog
yeah,
like sauce chili. It was just like that with
yeah,
cheese and it was like so basic.
yeah. You could have put anything in there as long as you heat it up enough to melt the cheese good.
Yeah,
It's fine.
didn't matter. Yeah, brown sauce. I just want brown sauce in there. So on the food thread, I thought I realized this thing that I should bring up that I am excited about. So we are getting this thing called a bimby, or at least it's called a bimby in Italy. Most of the world, it's called a Thermomix. It's a German company that makes this like robot cooker, and it's
Mm,
become more and more advanced over the years. It's like a 50-plus-year-old company, but like they do crazy stuff now. It has a touch screen and apps and connects to the internet and does all these things. And it's like 20 devices in one. So it's got like a peeler and spiralizer, and it's like a food processor. It can be a slow cooker. It's like a boiler. It's a rice
mm.
cooker. It's a steamer. It's a
Can
bread
it do multiple
proofer.
things at once, or is it
It
one at a
can.
time?
No,
Okay.
it can do multiple things at once. And so a lot of people here have talked about this thing, this Bimby cooking thing. It's like people love the Bimby here. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. You look into it. It's very expensive. So it is
I can
like,
imagine.
yeah, it's like a Vitamix times three. So, and you're like, Vitamix is like a blender. What the fuck? It's like a crazy blender, but it is kind of a blender.
Yeah.
And you need a lot of other things still too.
But if it theoretically does everything, you don't need
Does a lot
anything
of
else
things.
to cook a meal, then that replaces, 5 plus other appliances potentially. So
It
I could
does.
see it being very expensive.
You still need an air fryer, at least in
Mm.
the recipe we chose, but it does kill off a lot. And and I would say the other thing that's like probably a little weird is it comes off very multi-level marketing wise in the such that you want to buy one, well, you need to like contact a consultant. I think I get
Mm.
why they do it because the price point is kind of high. And so you're like, yeah, it seems interesting, but like, I don't know. And you get someone to come over and basically
So they can
do
hook you. Yeah.
so. But I mean, here it's not like they're really like buy it or not. They really, they don't care. There's no like hustle here. And so, you can book them and they come over and you go through and you pick a recipe together, you buy your ingredients and they come over and they set up the thing and they do pretty much all the work and they're like leading you through it. It's cool though because it's like an iPad with this app on it and you can meal plan and do all this other crazy shit, but like for the one recipe, it literally just leads you through every step. It's like, great, for these things we're going to have 5 ingredients. So we're going to start here. And let's say we did this like sesame chicken thing. So we're going to work on the sauce first. And it's like, oh, put some sesame oil. And oh, you need, I don't know, 100 grams of that. And so Sarah starts to go and get out a measuring cup, and they're like, no, it measures. Like, don't worry about it. Like, you say, I'm doing this, and then as you're pouring it in, it just starts to you know, measure how much you're putting in. It's
Mm,
like, oh, you need
that's
to put
nice.
you need 5 milligrams of salt as you're shaking the salt in. It's measuring. It's like doing every single step like that. It was insane. It was just like making the sauce, doing the chopping. It self cleans also, by the way. So you're
Mm,
like, oh, you go
that's
through the
important.
sauce and you need it for the next thing. You just put in some water, put in a little drop of soap, and then run it for 2 minutes. Rinse it out. It's done. It's done all the cleaning. Yeah, it was so cool. And then like you're cooking one part, and then you put in this like rice cooker, and you put your rice in, and then you stack this other thing, and oh, by the way, it has chopped your carrots, so now you put your carrots up there so it can steam those, and you put another layer so it can steam your snow peas, and then you're just like, all right, 15 minutes, it's gonna do all that thing. And it does like everything. There are like 120,000 recipes in this thing that you can
Wow.
pick from, and it's just like one unit, self-cleaning, just like super easy. The Bimby or the Thermomix. I don't know. I've become an advocate for it
Yeah,
because we
you'll
had
have
this
to send us a
demonstration.
video so we can
I,
see how
I
it
think
works.
you would like it. I definitely think you would like it because it is just like for Sarah, she's like meal planning and grocery shopping and doing all this stuff. You can go through the app, meal plan, it'll export your grocery list, and then it just robot cooks most of the
Hmm.
stuff for you. So it's pretty
Yeah,
nice.
I forget about appliances a lot of the time because like
Yeah.
we have a food processor which can like shred cheese or cut up vegetables or do whatever for you. And the
Right.
few times I remember that, I'm like, I'm done. Like my prep is usually like 20 minutes of like dicing shit or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
just done. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So that times every little step sounds
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah. Like food processing right into the thing that's going to cook it. Like
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have to share that with you. But like this, I think our food world is going to change a little bit. It apparently can like cook a soup and then like proof the bread if you want to have like soup and you want to bake your own bread to have with your soup. You can like have it, get your dough ready, and then get all your soup stuff going, and then put the like steamer thing on top, and it'll quick proof your bread so it gets
Mm.
ready way faster, and then you just bake it. So you still need an oven, but you like bake it while you're making soup. Like that kind of
Yeah.
shit is really
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure.
All right. I'll send you links. I'll send you my affiliate link.
Yeah,
I got bills to pay, bro.
yeah. Don't we all? Yeah, I had a fun bill a couple days ago now. Our septic system stopped working,
Mm,
which is a big problem, as you can
yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
um,
I'm
so
intrigued that you have a septic system.
yeah, everything north of Georgetown Pike is on septic, and everything south is on um, like town stuff, I guess.
Yeah, town
Um,
stuff.
yeah. um, but yeah, so the septic tank has two pumps, and they may have been original to the house because they
Mm,
stopped pumping. They would turn on, but they weren't like pumping anything.
yeah.
Um,
Womp
which is a
womp.
problem. And so our septic alarm went off and was like, "Hey, you should call somebody." So I did, and yeah, they were basically like, "Hey, cool, we'll come pump it out today because like we don't want it to overflow on you. Like give you some peace of mind." And like it started out great. They're like, "Oh, come out for free. We're gonna pump it for free, no problem." Like
Yeah.
and I didn't realize that would only buy you like 2 days of time.
Ooh.
Um, so like I'm
You
like,
poop a
cool,
lot.
we'll have time to like yeah, we'll
Figure
have
out
time to
the
figure
black
out
water.
quotes and do whatever. And we did
No, you
not
won't.
because like 2 or 3 days later the alarm was going off again. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'll pay you whatever you need. Let's just fix this. Um,
Yeah.
so they came and
And
fixed it,
they're like,
and it was like so they quoted us like 6,550 total, and I was like, hey, that's kind of expensive. Could we do like just 6,000? I like that round number. And they were like, we can do 6,250. So they gave me like a little off, but still really expensive. The guys come out and they work for like an hour or less and they're like, done. And I'm like, really? Like it was this easy and you're gonna charge me this much money? Like,
$6,000 for 1
yeah,
hour of work? Like, how the fuck
yeah.
does that work? You
I
know
don't
how
know
that
because
works? Is that you don't want shit. You don't want turds
yes.
floating up.
Yes. So
Yep.
I think like they give you a false sense of security with like pumping it out at first for free, where you're,
Yeah.
and then you get stuck with the alarm again. And they're basically like they were like, oh, if you want us to come pump it out on the weekend, it's $895 just to pump it out. And I was like,
Ooh.
no. So like they were like, yeah, we'll pump it for free if we come do the work. And I was like, all right, fuck, like let's just do the work. And I also like asked ChatGPT, like, is this a good price? And it was like, it's kind of high, like, but it's, not super out of range. Like, what zip code are you in? And I told it, and it was like, oh, this is a great price. You should just like go
Oh
with
gosh.
them.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, oh shit. So these guys are just literally marking up everything for the
Yeah,
area,
yeah,
which
rich
is,
people. Yeah,
yeah, super
you
annoying.
know,
But it's
everybody's
fixed
trying to
now. So like we can actually
Here's a
flush the
thought.
toilets.
You know what doesn't cost $1,000 a week, although it doesn't provide the same conveniences, and I know you have small people. Um, a week in a hotel. You could just go to a hotel for a week. Don't don't fill your septic tank.
Well, we have dogs too, though.
Oh, right.
Because I thought about that. I was like, should we just go stay with like some family
Mm,
for a bit and then have it fixed in a little while? And then
yeah.
I was like, I don't know. There's just it didn't work out. I was like, let's just get it fixed. Doesn't matter. Um,
Yeah. Hot take. Your dogs ruin your life.
yeah, not a hot take. Like it definitely is true.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Odie today was on the couch next to me this morning and just pooped all over the couch. So
Oh,
super awesome.
yeah. No. Maybe he'll be the next couch. I don't know. He'll live on forever in your family. You can put your ass on his face. It'd be amazing. Anyway, I think that's a segue to our outro.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it's not cool to talk about dead dogs. Duh.
You love that too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does this do anything? No. I was trying to
Yeah.
do a sound effect.
No. Well,
I think you have to have it
the-
turned up, maybe.
Maybe, or I don't know what the thing is. Your setup is different than my setup.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jason Torres at All Things Open was like, I need a minimum of 3 air horns in this this recording. So we did a few.
Sorry, I finally let the audience come in. Behind me. So,
Yeah, the live studio audience has been very quiet this episode.
yeah. You just weren't hitting it. So. Oh
Yeah.
man.
All right. Well, we are at time. Anything you want to plug? FancyKitchenAppliances.com. I forget what.
Bimby.com. Bimby is the Italian one, but I think for most of our listeners, you're looking for the Thermomix. It's a German company. So the shit
right.
works for a long time.
Cool. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave us some ratings and reviews. We appreciate it, and we will catch you next time.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom.